Happy Feast of St. Barnabas today. Today is June 11th, and it's the day that we remember St. Barnabas. Barnabas was an apostle who served the church, who served the disciples, who served the apostles, and did many great things. He is first known in Acts chapter 4 as one who sold a field and gave the proceeds to the apostles. He then is the one who reconciles St. Paul to the apostles after Paul's conversion. Paul was a persecutor of the church, and when he converted, the apostles weren't so sure about him, and so Barnabas went to him and brought him to the apostles and reconciled them. Barnabas and Paul spent much of their time together. They worked together. They did missionary work throughout that area. They worked in Antioch for a long time together. Unfortunately, John Mark, who also served with them on their first missionary journey, abandoned them. And when they decided to do a second missionary journey, Barnabas wanted to take John Mark with him, but Paul disagreed, and they ended up not going out together. Paul took Silas and went on to do other work, and Barnabas took John Mark back to Cyprus where they did their work. However, they were reconciled, and they continued to know each other. Paul writes positively of the work that Barnabas is doing, noting that he is an apostle who continually does work on his own to earn a living while he is spreading the gospel, just as Paul continually does as well. St. Barnabas was a saint who served the church in many ways. He is known as the patron saint of second chances because he brought Paul to the apostles and convinced them to work with him and to invite him into fellowship. He also continued to work with John Mark, even though John Mark abandoned him and Paul while they were doing their work together. A fun story about Paul and Barnabas is when they were in Lystra, they were thought to be Hermes and Zeus because of their powerful preaching. Because Paul was so powerful at preaching, he was thought to be Hermes, and Barnabas was so strong in stature that they thought he was Zeus. But they wouldn't allow it, and they preached the gospel, and many converted because of that. So thanks for listening, and I hope you are blessed knowing about St. Barnabas.